guys, so today is April 30th 2024, and as it's the last day of the month, I thought I start off my May 2024 budget reset video. So today I will film the bill pay calendar, and I'll also share my budget for the month of May, and then tomorrow I will actually film the April part of this video. So I normally have it April budget, what I budgeted and how I spent, and then share the May budget portion, what I'm planning for the month of May. And I'm still going to do that in this video. It's just that I am filming the first segment of it today and the final segment of it today as well, and then the middle segment, which is the April budget, I will film it tomorrow because it's currently lunchtime. I'm filming at lunchtime, and honestly I don't want to close out my budget yet because I am thinking I'm going to make some transactions today that will impact my budget. This is why I prefer to just film the April budget closeout tomorrow. So that's what I'm going to do. So I do have my trusted laptop here, and I'm going to do a screen record and walk you through exactly how I manage my bill pay calendar and then share the budget for May. I also have my two trusted notepads here and planner where I will be referring to when it comes to things that I know are coming up for the month of May that need to be addressed. So without further ado, I am going to start a screen record now, and we'll move over to the screen now. So the first thing that you can see on my bill calendar is on the right hand side here. You can see today's date. So everything that's reflecting in the bill calendar right now is for April. So we are going to change that, and you change that here. So we're going to change that and bring it to May, and then that will show. But just to show you, this is what my April calendar looked like, and my last payment today for my second mobile just came out, so I can definitely go ahead and change that. So in changing this, it will be pulling the information from the rest of the tracker. So like I say, today's date, Tuesday, April 30th, we're going to change this to May, and that is now blank because we need to incorporate the dates in here for May, and also here as well, the important dates, I need to change this. So I always invest in my Vanguard, ISA and SIP, so we're going to change that, and I need to check exactly when because I pay on the 16th of the month, but if the 16th is a weekend, then obviously that won't be the 16th will be the day earlier. So the 16th of May is a Thursday. So what I'm gonna do here, I'm just gonna change the month. It's gonna change this to 5. Then the second one, I don't have Disney because I pay annually, so I paid for that already. This is a personal loan, so we're going to move the personal loan up, and this will come out on the 16th as well, so we can move that. I don't have the host for my blogging, so that won't happen, nor the domain. So now this is where I actually go into my planners and see exactly what is coming up in the month and plan accordingly, essentially. So I do have the TV license, but this is a bill, so it will reflect here once I pull in the dates. So we're not gonna do that. Car tax, normally it's taken around the 9th of the month, so I'm just going to put car tax here because I still don't know when it will be. But for now, let me look at the calendar again. Yeah, I'm gonna put 5/9. And then the other one that I have is Norton Security. So that is, I think, is coming up. Let me go to my subscriptions tracker. Norton Security is coming up on the 10th of May, so 5/10. What else do I have? I also have Google Nest. Google Nest, that is coming up. These are all annual subscriptions, so we'll go back to the subscriptions tracker again. Google Nest is coming up on the 15th of May. So 5/15 and 15th is okay with it. So these are all the important things that I'm paying attention to in the month of May, and they are reflecting already in the tracker. So now for the bills themselves to show up in the tracker, as you can see the formula here, I do need to go and pull this from the calendar, because it needs to pull from here, from the calendar, and then it comes through from the monthly template, I should say, and it will come through into the tracker. So this is what we're going to do. I'm going to go into May, and in May I'm gonna start putting in the dates. So tomorrow, when I actually film my May budget, you'll see some of these bills already come through, so I'll be able to walk you through all of the bills. So tomorrow, the 1st, we're going to have my mortgage, my council tax will come through, utilities will come through also on the and then my insurance, yeah, and then Vodafone should be I think the 3rd, yeah, 5/3. Insurance should 5/2. Mobile should be 5/30. Let me have a look. Yeah, 5/30. TV license, I think it's going to be 5/6. I think it's on the Monday. Oh, it's a bank holiday, so maybe 7. Wellness always comes out on the 9th, so that'll be 5/9. No water, because I pay water twice a year, so the next one isn't due until September or October time, so nothing. And then taxes, this is for the car tax, so we already know the date for that one. I know we guessed that it will be 5/9. So because it's already included in here, I'll probably just not incorporate it in the bill calendar. But if we come to the bill calendar here, all my bills that are coming out on the 1st have now populated, and they're showing as will be coming out on the 1st. And then the car tax, like I said, I will keep it here purely. No, I wanted to remove it, but also I don't mind keeping it because it's one of the important dates that I am tracking, so I think that's okay to keep here. But this is what my bill pay calendar is looking like. I know tomorrow, the 1st of May, all of my bills for my home will go out, then travel insurance, then my mobile. So with Vodafone, I just block it as Vodafone, but it's actually my internet, my mobile line rental, and also my YouTube premium. So these come as one bill, so those will come out then. And then my TV license, I'm gonna pay this as an annual bill. I used to pay it monthly, but it will be now an annual bill. Then I've got my wellness, taxes. Now this is why it's confusing me, because it's car tax and taxes. So we're gonna have to remove this, because yeah, it's gonna be confusing me. I'm sure there's something, I just don't know what it is. Let me see if my pink planner has an idea what else might be coming through the pipeline. Normally when I'm not sure, I will go to like last year's tracker and see, so I'll do that offline and see if there's anything, and then I'll enter that information in there. Google Nest for my camera, my investments come out as soon as I get paid, and then the mobile as well. So that is it on the bill pay calendar. Hey guys, so yesterday I filmed the May budget reset, so I did the intro of this, and I also filmed the May budget plans as well. I did mention in that video that I will be filming today, the 1st of May, the April budget recap, because I wanted to close out the month, and I knew that I had expenses that I was going to make yesterday that I wanted to make sure were incorporated in the budget before I did a recap of my April budget. So that's exactly what we're going to do today. I do have my trusted laptop here, and I'm going to do a screen record again, and I'll walk you through my April budget recap, and then I also did a screen record earlier just showing you the expenses, the bills that have come out today, the 1st of May, for my May budget, which I'll incorporate somewhere in the video. I'm just not sure where. So without further ado, let me start the screen record now. So for the month of April, as you can see on the screen, the monthly reminder was the difference between ordinary and extraordinary is that little extra. Absolutely love this little monthly reminder. If we go straight to the top priorities and top goals, I won't focus too much on these because I already covered them in my May reset part 1. So I did get my brother a present. I did dog sit for my sister. I didn't go on my solo trip, and I explained further in the May reset that I just wasn't feeling the trip, so I didn't go. I booked and attended my Reformer Pilates with my friend. I paid my annual subscription for Disney. I paid my blog subscriptions as well, annual subscriptions, and then I canceled out the annual license because I'm paying actually that in the month of May. So in terms of money, right, so if we go to the cash flow summary here, so in terms of income, I projected 6,600. I actually brought in over 7,800. I sent about over 1,500 to my bills, over 5,800 towards my expenses, and we'll talk about that in a moment. Savings got 960. Investments here, because I took money out of my investments, and I'll explain in a little bit more, it's actually minus, but I did send more than £1,000 to these. And then for my debt, I sent over 2,800. So the income box here is blocked off for privacy, but like I said, I've showed this in the past. Right now I'm just keeping it for my own privacy. So if I then, first off, let me start with my investments, because normally I'll start with the bills, but let me start with the investments. So in the month of April, I received the bill, the quote and the bill in March, but the work that I needed getting done for my rental property number 2 was going to be done in April, so the bill was due in April. And I was wondering if I should touch my savings, like my emergency fund, to pay for that, or if I should add more money onto my existing loan, or if I should just sell my investments. And although this pains me, but I thought we are in a recession right now, I don't want to add to my debt, so I figured I'm just going to sell some of the funds that I have in my ISA. And that's exactly what I did. I did contribute my usual 300 that I always budget, but I actually ended up taking money out, and I think I took out over 5,000. I'll go into the expenses and have a look exactly. So yeah, so I took money out of my my ISA to pay for my rental property expense, and also I took out some money from a general investment account because I was just trying to see how that works. That is the general investment account that I have with my employer, which I have here. I took out money from that as well, but I did contribute my usual 150. So ISA contributed 200. I don't know why I put 300 in here, but maybe I thought I was going to increase it, but my current financial standing does not allow for me to increase it, so we're leaving it at 200. Equate, I was able to contribute the amount that I said I was going to contribute. I was surprised with my Plum app that I was able to invest this amount, but I'm really happy about that, and it's actually reflecting very well in my Plum investments. Free trade, I sent a little bit more than I had budgeted. I sent £71, and for my lifetime ISA, I thought I had set for this to be collected last month, but I received the letter that said they'll collect this month, so nothing was contributed there. So I had planned to send 1,000, and I did send £1,000 plus, but because of taking money out from that ISA, it is a minus 4,000 with my my investments. And then if I go quickly to debt, since we're down here in the tracker anyway, for my personal loan, I was actually able to send a little bit more than I had planned. I do have a 25k personal loan that I've been paying off. I took it out last year May, so this month we are now 1 year since I took out the loan, and so far so good. But I make sure to pay a little bit extra, so the minimum repayment is about 665 or 685, but I just make sure to pay 700, at least 700 pounds every single month. My advance mortgage, I paid the 400. I paid 500 pounds towards my mobile because I made a decision to pay off my devices. There's a reason why I want to pay off my devices, and this is because come July, my mortgage, I was on a 2.4% interest rate, and we're leaving that, so I'm not going to be paying 800 or well 900 pounds a month for my mortgage. I'll be paying 1,300 or 1,500. So I'm trying to get rid of as many things as I can that I can get rid of. So that's why I focus on paying off my my phone. And now that I've paid off my phone, I'm now focusing on paying off my my watch as well, so that at least I want to have the credit cards to think about come July. So yeah, I was able to send some money to my watch, to my American Express, to my Halifax card, and also I paid off the last payment for the iPad as well. And then I also paid, I got a new credit card. Interest rates, what am I trying to say here? For this new credit card, it's free interest rates for the next 18 months. So I'm going to use this to put on as much debt on that one, and then use the rest of the 18 months to clear that. So I budgeted over 1,500 to send towards debt, but I ended up sending over 2,800, which is absolutely epic, exactly what I was looking to do. So if we go back up and now focus on my bills. So in terms of my bills, everything came out as scheduled. I don't think there's anything here that's different. I think everything as I budgeted came out, oh, except the TV license. Yeah, like I said, the TV license is actually going to come out this month as opposed to last month. So I budgeted 1,788. I actually only spent 1,583 and 5 pence. Then when you go to my expenses, so with my expenses, with my groceries, I spent under £100, but this is not 100% correct because I did get a £50 gift card from work, so I used that as well, and I didn't incorporate it in my budget. So essentially, I think I spent about £130 on food, but in the tracker, like the actual monies, I only spent 83, and I actually sent the majority of my groceries budget to paying off my mobile as well as saving. Restaurant, I went over just a smidge. Coffee and social, I went over because I really didn't go out. I've started meeting up with my friend Wincy. We both work from home, so we try and work at a cafe somewhere near us at least once a week. So did that. Didn't need to fuel up, and this is in red because I changed it after I'd shared my budget. It was initially 100, but then I didn't have a way to track my spending for like things like my train ticket, parking, and all of that. So I just decided to create a new item in here and move the monies. And this is why housing as well is different, because I budgeted 100, I think. Yeah, but I moved the money somewhere else. So yeah, nothing for fuel. Gifts, over £700 went to gifts. There's a lot of things in there. Was buying flights for people, giving people money. That we had funeral as well, so contributing to a lot of things. And then miscellaneous, because I don't incorporate my rental property budgeting anymore in my personal budget, I needed to put the 3,500 that I had to pay for my second rental property bill somewhere, so I put it under miscellaneous. Self-care, I spend a little bit more than I normally do, 222. Shopping, I went over a little bit. Subscriptions, under £61 for some reason. travel, because I ended up canceling my trip. I spoke about this in my May reset earlier. I ended up spending under £300, so I still had about £58 that I sent towards my debt. Housing, I spent a little bit more. I should have just left this one alone, but I already moved things around, so it was fine. Business, I spent just over £352 because of those subscriptions, so paying annually for my hosting plan, for my domain and stuff like that. Then the gym, I already paid the April bill back in March, so the next bill came out today for my gym, so I didn't have to spend anything in April itself. And then parking, this is a new line item. I spent £92.25. So this is not just parking, but train tickets as well as other things, but mostly parking and train tickets. So I thought I was going to spend over £2,000. I ended up spending over 5,800 in my variable expenses. Moving over quickly to my savings and my sinking fund. So here, my vacation fund, so this is part of my 100 envelope savings challenge, so I'm using that too to help me save for my vacation fund. I budgeted 90, I actually sent 170. Emergency fund, I budgeted 100 and I was able to send just under £700. And then sinking funds, I budgeted 50, I sent 100, which was great. So budget was a measly 240, but I'm happy to have sent 960 instead, which is absolutely great. So if we go up a little bit, you can see the cash flow breakdown here. So my expenses, I sent 52.4% of my expenses, or variable expenses of my income that came in, I sent it to variable expenses. Savings got 8%, debt got 25%, and my bills got 14%. So yeah, not bad. It was a crazy month, if I'm honest, and I'm glad that I canceled my trip last minute because there was so many things that came up that I needed to pay for and stuff like that. So I am glad that I was able to just I had a source where I could get the money from instead of taking out further debt. So that was good in my eyes. Yeah, so now I'm gonna move over to the segment that I filmed yesterday, which will be my May budget. Now I'm gonna go back to the May sheet for budgeting. So for the month of May, the monthly reminder, which I said in my May reset, was you have the power to create the life that you want. So that is exactly what I will be doing in the month of May, because April was a hit and miss. It had some highs, but it also had some lows, so it is fine. And then I also shared my top priorities, which I'm corresponding with my monthly intentions. So I do have a solo trip coming up. I have a weekend trip with my good friend Wincy, and then I'm planning to go to the theater. I haven't booked the ticket yet, but it's still April, so I'll probably book it tomorrow. And then I also want to attend Reformers Pilates, and again that I want to book tomorrow as well. And then these are the corresponding budgets that I've set for the activities, the top priorities I want to do in May. So now if we go to the budget, so right now left to spend, this has been pulled from the April budget, and because I know there will be expenditures happening today, I am not yet going to even be considering this number at all. But for now, there's about £1,000. It's actually £2,000, but again, I have to close out my budget for all of this to make sense. This is why I'm gonna film the April closeout tomorrow, but it will probably appear before this segment you're watching now. So if we start off the cash flow, so income I'm expecting in May is 6,650. In actuality, what I will be bringing in from my salary that I'm expecting and other sources is actually 4,550. As you can see, the rest is the rollover money that I'm anticipating, what I know is there from April. So that's why that is that. And right now it's looking like my bills are gonna be 1,850, expenses purposefully trying to stick to £2,000, savings 350, investments 950, and then debt 1,400. And this is the breakdown. So if we start off with the bills, So starting off with the bills, I do have obviously my mortgage. So the mortgage, 900. The actual payment is about 871, and you'll see this. I'll quickly glance over this part tomorrow, but it's 871, but I always like to pay 900. Council tax for the month of May, it'll be higher than the rest of the months. So May, we always pay a little bit more. So 160. Combined utilities, so gas and electric, 130. Income protection, 85. Life insurance, 80. My Vodafone, I've already explained this, 55. Travel insurance is 23 actually, but I was budget 25. Mobile, put in 20. It's about 15, but that is traveling with that mobile, so we'll see. TV license, it's normally £13, but because I'm paying for the year, it's 170. Wellness, always pay 125. Nothing for water, and then taxes, so this will be the car, and that is £100 I'm budgeting. Hopefully the increase won't be too much, because the November bill was, I think, 91 or thereabouts, but I know it increases every year, and with inflation and all of that good jazz, we'll see. Then if we go to my expenses, like I said, I am planning to spend at least £2,000 on expenses, but if there is additional money here, I will be moving it to my savings like I've done every other month. So groceries, tickets are 200, restaurant 100, coffee and social 100, fuel 75, gifts 75, miscellaneous 50, self-care 150, shopping 50, subscriptions 350. So this is like Norton Security, Nest, and all of that good jazz, plus my regular ones like Spotify, Netflix, all of that. Then travel, I am traveling twice or 3 times this month, I'm not really sure, but I know of the 2 trips for sure, but the third one is still in the works, so we shall see. So I'm budgeting 550 for that. Housing 50, business 155, gym 45, and then car. So this parking and all of this is a new item, because I realized that I was just putting like train tickets and parking under miscellaneous, and I really wanted to see how much I'm spending on my parking and train tickets when I'm going like to see my friends in London, in Reading, and all of that good jazz. So I wanted to have a place to track them, so this is why I included this item here. So £2,000 is the plan. Savings, we said 350, and the breakdown is 100 towards my 100 envelope savings challenge, which is part of my vacation fund, then about £200 to throw into my emergency fund if I can, and then the standard £50 for my sinking funds. So that is the plan. Then if we come here towards my investments, so with my investments, the ISA and the SIP, £500 I'm sending to Vanguard, Equate 125, so this is taken out by my employer. Plum, I'm budgeting 200, but for this one really there shouldn't be a budget, because Plum just rounds up my spending for that week, and so like all of my spending for this week, it will round up and take out the money Monday next week. So I really shouldn't be budgeting anything, but I'm just saying £200 because. And then a free trade 50, and then this is my LISA, my lifetime ISA. This will be my first contribution. So the standard I think I've put is 25, but I'm going to put an extra £50 in here, so it will be £75, so 950 towards there. And then for my debt, so I have a personal loan, so that is the loan, the Zopa loan, and I'm budgeting 700. I always budget 700, even though my goal is to pay a little bit extra if I can, which I've been doing since I got the loan back in May last year. So we're coming up to a year in May, so I'm happy with that. I am going to be sharing my Debt Free Friday video this Friday, where I talk more about this, so watch out for that. Then I've got my advanced loan, which is the advanced mortgage that I took out on my home to buy my third rental property. So I pay 350 every single month, but then I just like to pay more, like I like to pay £400, so that's what it is. Then we've crossed out the Vodafone phone here because I paid off my iPhone. If you haven't seen my transfer Tuesday video, which is now live on my channel today, you should go check that out. So I've paid that off. I now only have the Vodafone watch left to pay, so I'm budgeting an additional £100 to pay over. So the minimum payment was £35, but because I make extra repayments every single month, they reduce the amount because the term is until 2026 and I have no intention of paying it until then. Hopefully I can pay it by the end of May, but we shall see. And then I've got balance on my credit card, so I'm planning to send £100, and I've got a balance on another credit card. I'm planning to send another £100. So this is why to date we're planning to send 1,400, and that is zeroed out. So what I'm planning to bring in is being broken down into exactly how much I will be spending. So that is it for the May budget. There isn't really a lot of things that I think will be happening in May outside of traveling. Referring to my planner now. So with my travels, I am traveling. I have a week vacation, then I have a long weekend vacation, and then possibly one more, a couple days. I haven't decided where, but that I'll need to pay. And then I've got all of these things that I want to do, like my subscriptions that I need to pay attention to. I also need to book my Pilates because I've been loving that, absolutely loving that. But yeah, so I think that is it for this portion of the video. I mean, this is the end of the video because the April budget I will insert before this segment. So yeah, thank you so much for watching my video. I wish you an amazing month of May. Hopefully you stick to your budget, or at least are mindful of your budget, and I'll see you guys in my next video this Friday.